So this like is like just like all our homeworks, but the events, which is 20 points, right? But this is like 10 points. There's not a report. So there's this other group that will put together, I think it's Jasmine and Andrew, that will put together a report of what you guys do. But there is reporting. So reporting, it will be just like filling out in a spreadsheet, just what you did in terms of outreach, and also like taking pictures. And you know, it's kind of like a way of evidence, but mostly it's like it's great to have all these wonderful pictures for the report and for being able to use in the master plan. And I will add the video that we are creating right now once it's like ready. But as always, all the course learning objectives are from the syllabus. And this one is the idea is that you will learn to conduct online and in-person outreach. It will be with West Side, but it will be also East Side residents, actually business owners and organizations, to inform them about how to get involved with the Reimagine Nature campaign and participate from an Earth Day event. So you will be doing two things at the same time. So inviting people, right? Because this is due the day before the Earth Day event, but also just informing the city or people about the city's plan, the master plan, and you will give them like a postcard that it says fill out this survey. So this is the second survey that the city does. The first one that we did, and Claudia was involved in that. So you will see, Claudia, that many of these things are familiar because it's very, very similar to that first assignment. But the difference is that you guys don't have to collect the surveys. You just have to give people a postcard and they can fill out by using the QR codes, the surveys themselves. And obviously through, like we did before, the online engagement, it will be like you share the link and so on. So again, in a way, you will learn about doing community engagement with the city for their master plan. And just this is like, it will obviously be very helpful to them because that's the one thing, like with their employees, they can never reach that many people. They were extremely impressed with like the work that students last semester did. Is like beyond what they could possibly do. And as a matter of fact, like they are doing a case study of like community engagement based on that. And they have been giving many talks also for the this is the International Association for Public Participation, just as a way of like how to do good engagement. So the first thing that you have to do is attend a one in-person engagement session with the public lands staff member. And so you have to just like sign up for one. And if somebody can help me to, if you have the guidelines, if you can just find the link, that will be helpful to me. But then you just kind of like sign up. Here, there's like 3 students that will sign up. I don't know if that's that clear. Student 1, and then the reporting is like how many flyers on postcards. And this will be total. So the idea is that you will get, in this particular event, you will get 30 flyers, 30 postcards, but you give them to both of them because one of them is for the Earth Day event, another one is for the Reimagine Nature. So it's really 30 people, if that makes sense. But here you can put that it was like, yeah, 60 people. Another thing that I can do, I guess, is divide it. I think I might do that. Just put how many flyers, how many postcards. It should be exactly the same because it's just given to people, but maybe that will avoid some confusion. So you just have to sign up here, and then you are going to meet this staff member. So Amy, Katie, Nancy, And then these are the places that you have to go. So the site is in here. They didn't give us the addresses. That's something that we might actually like add in here. Oh no, insert to the right. So I will ask them for the address. This engagement activity doesn't start until April 1st. So just concentrate on your 2 other activities. One reason to not start at this time is because we haven't done a translation into Spanish for the survey. And also we might change the survey. So even the link that I will show you here, they might be updating. So the actual beginning date that they said is April 1st, which is the day of the first meeting with the staff. So again, like whatever is the link, I might change it and email you because they're still working through these things. So did you guys were able to get it or not so much? Because I don't see anybody here. Oh, let me just stop sharing, I guess. Oh, you guys were in there. It's just like you were not looking at it. Okay. Yeah, I don't see that anybody's looking at it, but please sign up. So the thing is that you will, when you go to these places, and I will actually get their phone numbers as well, just in case, and put them. I think that I have the here contact information stuff. So they haven't given us the phone numbers, but they will be easily identifiable because they are wearing just like their t-shirts. And those are the t-shirts that like, yeah, Jay was talking about. So they will give you t-shirts, some caps. Obviously, when you get them there, they might want you to wear them. So if yeah, if you want to put something kind of sleek and then put the t-shirt on top, that might be like the best thing. And I see that Eric has a question.
Yeah, so I just clicked on that sign up link in the page and it says that I need permission to get into it. So I don't know if, do we have to go through our university email or is it something that the permission just needs to change permit?
Yeah, I think that it needs to change. So yeah, I can do that in a little bit. And then just like send it to everyone. Or just like, you know, let's just kind of stop sharing and try to do it now, because then I can make sure that it's actually working. Yeah, it's just that Lace made these, so it's like possible that I might need like permission from her. Try it now.
Yeah, it still says that I need permission. I requested it, so if it is set up by Nancy, then she should have got an email from me saying.
Yeah, it was. It was Elizabeth from TA. Yeah, I don't know if he. Yeah, I guess that I can also. Yeah, just like try to put it somewhere else if she doesn't know how to give you access. Let's just like continue with the instructions and figure out the link. Okay, so yeah, so when you get there, they will give you flyers and postcards and t-shirts, caps, and then so obviously you have to sign up when that is available, and then You should pass around in this first event about like 30 postcards and 30 flyers, but it's 30 people in reality, right? And then this says aim. So it's like better to just, if there wasn't enough people, you know, that's fine. And you will have all other places to go. So it's better just to like be honest and just say, you know, I only reached 10 people, because what will happen is that all this information will be used in the master plan. So we want to have like more accurate reporting for the public lands division. And they, again, they will count this as like part of the different types of engagements that we're doing. And then when you go in the same, so this link is basically, there's only 2 links in here, even though there's like, you see many links. There's the link to get to the spreadsheet, which I have to figure out. And there's another one to upload your picture. So it's empty. So this is kind of like similar, like if you guys remember to the one that we had with like James. So it's like you just put your picture and it will be like your name and then the type of engagement. So this one is a staff engagement, and all the photos are going to go in the same folder. You just have different titles here. And this is how we will look. Our tables with people and giving postcards and flyers. And then the other thing that you have to do is like sign up to be in pairs. And so it's again the same place. That doesn't work for anyone right now. But here are the library and pair visits. So here is like 2 students to sign up for these, and flyers and postcards. And again, I think I'm going to divide this into 2, even though you might have the same number actually. But then you just have to, like, I think it's better just to do it in pairs. But again, if it's like that you can't go a particular time, you can do it independently, but support is always like helpful. So that's kind of like what we put it to do it in pairs. We're going to go to all these places, and as you can see, some of them are kind of just like it says Jordan River Trail. So that's like pretty open. And what I might also try to do is like get the addresses here. I did the same thing as before. So then that way you have a little bit more information. Although you can Google this, but sometimes that's easier. Okay, so then I'm here in the idea here is that you will do like 30 in each place that you go, but because you're going to a park or a library, what you can do is like, you know, go there, you probably cannot find that many people, but if you go to a park, you can go to the neighbors and then just leave in the porch these like postcard and flyers. And if you're in the library, you can try to find a few places where you can put somewhere that people will take some postcards, or just like give it to people that are like sitting around. But that's kind of what Nancy wanted to do, target the parks and also the libraries that are open again. So you can go back to the library, at least the city one. This one is always be open until 6. And then you just have to take pictures of each engagement and then just put it there. And the title is like pair engagement 1, pair engagement 2, and put how many you distributed. And then the flyer distribution. So this one is like, you will actually find a location. And then, so this one, keep opening more and more of these. It's over here. This is organizational poster. So it's like you have the name of the organization, the type, which could be like a business or apartment building if you live in an apartment building. You can put the address and the number of flyers distributed. If you have this information, great, but if not, don't worry about it. This is because sometimes, like what happened last semester, is that students will call or contact people in advance to tell them, can I drop out something? That sometimes didn't work as well as just going to the place. So, you know, if you want to go, if you happen to be in your favorite restaurant or something, that's the place. You just have to distribute 10. So that's why I have here an ISAT 10 times. And then I have to actually make one for every single person. You just have to scroll down and put your information here. And then in the outcome and notes, it's just like, I gave 2 flyers to, you know, the business owner, and they said that they will put it in the bulletin board, something, you know, whatever it is that you want to put. And so the same thing, like you just put like a picture. Last semester, a student took pictures of like the flyers, and I can show you in a minute, but that's the kind of documentation that we want. And then for the fourth part is to post 10 times in just social media. So it could be that you post one time to your personal Facebook page. It could be that there's a lot of like Reddit groups about outdoors or about things like that. So you can just find groups to post things and just like make 10 of those. So you put here, you know, the type. I just put apartment building. That's probably less likely in this case, but I just copy and pasted this. And then which social media platform, number of posts, if you got any likes, if you got any shares, and if you got any comments. So what will happen is that for community engagement, this is helpful, because then when you put the master plan report, you will say, we got this many posts, this many likes, this many shares and comments, right? So these are different ways of like knowing levels of engagement that people had with an activity. So let's go back to these. Okay. Yeah, so this is kind of just showing the pair engagements. There's also some links or some like information that you can use to write your email message or your post. So there's like information here about that. And then, yeah, you can help ask people, can you share these? And then just share the information with them. And this is again an example of like how a picture looks of you posting your flyer. And that was, we already talked about that. And Claudia, I didn't ask you permission to do this, but this is your post. And this is like Claudia's post in a social media platform. I think this is made with Facebook, just taking this English survey and Spanish survey. And you guys can make like, you know, use like some of the logos of the project or find a picture and just make it a little bit more interesting. I will put like one example. I did that before, but at the same time, I feel that the students like also made better ones that were more interesting and fun. So you can feel free to like, you know, make something. And then, so in terms of like when you go to the parks, like who you should approach, obviously like all kinds of people, in terms of like that represent like the diversity of the city, even if they might be like children, right? Or anyone, again, there's people experiencing homelessness. So it's just like, feel free to engage everyone because this is a master plan And here's like a little script of like what you can say when you approach people. And here's just like the rubric, which, 10 points, and basically it's like for you to report and for you to upload a picture, and that is it. Are there any questions? I took way too long, but no questions? And you don't have to start until April 1st.
I do have a question about some of these parks,
About
especially
what?
the Jordan. I do have a question about the Jordan River Trail Park.
Yeah.
What's the one that goes to Conoway or something?
What's the what?
Okay. So the
Okay.
Jordan River Parkway Trail,
Yeah.
it says there, I was looking at the table and it says R3 to Cottonwood. Like, where is that? Like, how far?
Oh, yeah, I don't know, because we don't have the address. I think they just put like generic places. So I might have to ask about which specific address, because the ones I saw two that said Jordan River Parkway Trail, and they're generic. So if I just go there twice and just pick any spot, that's what it seems likely, but it would be like better if we had like an actual address. But if not, that's kind of what I think that they meant. Just like go there.
Oh, okay. I just assumed that those places, I just assumed that Cottonwood meant like little Cottonwood or big Cottonwood tree.
No.
That's just my thought. Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted, we will not start this until April 1st. So hopefully we'll get the addresses and the phone numbers from the city and the actual link. So those are the things that they owe us. And then we could dedicate a little bit more time if there's more questions.